Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? Heading down towards paradise. We're coming down from Armu village and we're heading into Konya village. Then we're going to cross the Limassol roundabout and we're going to go straight down towards the former Debenhams roundabout, straight over that one, tree-lined avenue, all the way down to the downtown Kato Paphos promenade and harbour area. And I'd like you to come with me. Let's just go and check with the breakfast crew and see what's going on. The girls in charge, of course, are Miss Vivian, Miss Nessie, and of course Miss Beverly, and three superstars amongst superstars. And of course, they're the girls in charge of the Marika and Me Lounge bar, and they make sure that your cupcakes, your blueberry cheesecakes, if your name is Princess Darlie, we make sure that they're all served. There's teas, there's coffees, there's frothy cappuccinos, there's hot lattes, there's even Dame and specials, and of course a glass of the Nigel Big Guns if you fancy. And breakfast for Dave Jono, and of course Mr. Allen, who is frantically flicking on his treadmill, and running side by side with him on her pedaling bike is the one and only Sally Briers. A very, very big shout out to everyone and a very, very good morning to you all. So thanks for joining me. Sit back and relax. As you can see, the sky is blue, the sea is blue. Mr. Ball, I promise you, is dressed head to toe in blue. So all that's actually missing is you. Get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start pedaling like crazy, because I'm telling you, Cyprus is quite simply waiting for you. So look at that. If you're wondering what the temperature is, if your name is Miss Dawn, you got a husband called Mr. Sean, you got a cat that you stole and abducted from Cyprus a few years back called Miss Daisy, and of course a little furry dog called Bo. Well, the temperature today is 22.5 degrees. Yes, you heard me correctly. 22.5 degrees. Wow. And we're not even out of February yet. So if you're looking for that special place to come for your holidays, well, I think Paphos and Cyprus should be at the very, very top of that list. Talking about superstars, by the way, Miss Andrea and Mr. Mart of Andrea and Mart fame YouTube channel. Pop it in the search bar and have a look for Andrea Mart racing around the lanes of Norfolk, and they pop into Norwich. And next week they're going to do a special video for me. They're going to put some disguises on and go into the Ann Summers shop. Yes, you heard it correctly. That naughty little shop, the Ann Summers shop, and make a special video for me. But anyway, talking about Paphos and Cyprus and how good it is, well, they came out here last year, they came here again this year, and last night they were booking their holiday to come again next year. That's how much they like downtown Paphos. So wonderful people, and they are friends for life, there's no doubt about that. But now they like Cyprus as well, and of course we're responsible for some of these things. You know, some of these people have never been to Paphos before. Somehow in their lunacy and stupidity they find us on YouTube, and for some stupid reason they then come to Paphos and hunt us down. And we mean that in the nicest way, obviously. We all like a bit of fun and games. Now let's go and have a look on the sofas and see what is going on. Now, the girl in charge of pretty much about everything on the channel called Marika and Me. We also have a website now, by the way. That's called marikaandme.com. So go and have a look at that, and you can pop your messages and your pictures and have a look at some of the videos and see what basically is going on in downtown Paphos. There's someone's kite. That one's got away, because today is Green Monday, and it's a day when they like to do cleaning, and they clean the airs, if you understand me, and they go and fly kites around. Apparently it's 50 days before Easter or something like that. Anyway, girl in charge of the ship, that is Dame Anne, and she's got a very, very special sofa over there, and she's got two arms, and of course when I say two arms, she's got two gentlemen sitting on each of her arms of her sofa, and of course they are the porn stars known as the Viking Ronnie, all the way up in Denmark, originally from Israel, just over yonder across the blue Mediterranean Sea, and he's having a nice filter coffee and of course a piece of malted toast, because that's what he likes in the morning. And on her right-hand side, on the right-hand arm of the sofa, is the one and only, the Chief Constable of Marika and me, the man in charge of all of the law and order, and the man that allows me to get away with going through red traffic lights and parking on double yellow lines, that kind of thing. The one and only, the superstar, all the way from Scotland, and his name is Ronnie Miller. Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. And of course, sharing that sofa with the Dane is our superstar, our star amongst stars, our wonderful, wonderful lawyer. And she's the girl in charge of all of the legalities on Marika and me. And she makes sure that perhaps we don't push the boundaries that little bit too far. She makes sure that YouTube doesn't want to delete us when Miss Cinqueciliala Booth, that's Marika, can't quite get her tongue around some of these strange named towns in the UK. Who am I talking about? Anna Starr. Good morning, Anna Starr. Good morning, and welcome to the sofa. Great to hear that your son likes the odd Mercedes or two, because guess what? We are in the new Benz, and hopefully the experience for yourselves is that little bit smoother, that little bit softer. She's ironing out the absolutely Sherlock Holmes roads that we have in Paphos. In fact, they're way, way beyond Sherlock Holmes. They're up there with William Shakespeare. In fact, no, even that's not bad enough. It's Chaucerian English. Do you remember that guy, Chaucer? I mean, I never understood a word that he wrote. I couldn't even get my tongue round it. One of these days, I'm going to get a Chaucer book and give it to Marika and see what she's got to say about it. Anyway, if you like the theme of the channel at the moment, the bit of fun and games that we're having, we are looking for, should we say, towns that are awkward to say, even if you are British. Never mind if you've got a foreign accent like Marika. And hopefully it's not offending too many people, because that's not the idea. The idea is just to show the stupidity in the English language, because we understand it's the language of the world, but when you put a foreign accent onto a lot of words, like if you go through McDonald's in Paphos and the drive-through and the girl says to you, large cock, you've got to ponder on the words in the language, haven't you? Anyway, there we go. Tree-lined avenue down to Paradise. There's many, many people who like this road. Miss Fiona, big shout out to you. Miss Maggie, she knows this road. Dame Anne knows this road, and of course a lot of other people do. It's the tree-lined avenue down to downtown Kato Paphos. It's the area known as Paradise, that's for sure. Now, big shout out to some of the people who are helping to keep us afloat, shall we say. They are, well, Andy and Chaz, very, very big thank you to you. Superstars amongst superstars. Ronnie Miller, big thank you to you. Dame Anne, obviously. Anna Starr, big thank you. The boys, well, they're the Lords. Lord Jeremy, Lord Simon, big thank you to yourselves, you guys. Very, very thank you. Thank you. Of course, oh, so sweet lady Caroline, and of course her man, the one and only Lord Nigel Big Guns. A huge thank you to you all. Mr. Nigel, Miss Debbie, and of course Miss Maya, thank you to you. You are superstars, because these people understand that if we want to continue driving around making these special videos, well, somehow we have to make a living. Somehow we have to raise the money to go into the fuel tank. We call it benzene in Cyprus. That's liquid petrol to yourselves, and of course, well, someone's got to pay for it. So if you'd like to continue with the channel and help us to keep going, please click through to our About page, where you will find a little icon called Buy Me a Coffee, and please consider to click on it once or twice and purchase a coffee or two. And of course we will convert that into liquid benzene, into petrol, pop it in the tank, and continue to drive around and make these special videos for you. And if you want an extra special video, again, click on the icon and let us know, and we can go and do that special shout out video for you. Hopefully Miss Jessica and Mr. Jake and the kids loved the video we made from out in CKs. We really enjoyed making it, so hopefully it's hopefully it takes us closer to your hearts as you are to ours, because truly we appreciate every person that watches us for every second. We understand that you possibly don't watch every video that we make. We understand that perhaps we make too many, but we do understand that when you come back now and again, well, it tickles us and it makes us feel that little bit special. Big shout out to Bruce and Angela all the way out in Northern Ireland. Again, you don't have to apologise in the comments. That's not the way it works. The fact that you come back and you tickle us with a comment, we thank you from the bottom of our 2 hearts. Again, Lord Dave Jono, it doesn't matter that you missed my birthday. That doesn't really matter. The fact that you came back, that's what counts. There we go. Bit of mayhem behind us. Someone is frantically blowing their horn at someone that pulled out in front of them. But this is Cyprus. Hey, it's a very, very relaxed place indeed. When you're driving around though, please drive that little bit cautiously because, well, how do I put it? The sun does cook the brains of many of the drivers, so sometimes you will see a bit of carelessness on the roads. And if you are driving, please don't go speeding because the boys in blue, well, they're quite simply waiting for you. They always look sad on the side of the road, but I promise, when they catch you speeding, they start celebrating, chuchuchka dancing, high-fiving each other, and they get great, great pleasure in pulling over us foreigners, that's for sure. Well, right in front of us now, that's the Olympic Lagoon Resort, one of the greatest hotels in downtown Paphos, and it's having a bit of a renovation at the moment, and it's slightly behind schedule, but don't worry, it'll be opening up in about a week to 10 days, so they say the second week of March it will be fully operational. So let's wish them all the luck in the world because we understand there's a lot of people getting ready to check into that hotel. Now, the next hotel coming up, well, that's the Amavi Luxury 5-star Hotel, another great adults-only hotel. And every time I pass this hotel, I always think of one man, and that man is Joe Cox, his beautiful wife, Miss Julie, and of course, they brought with them their sister, Miss Kath, and of course she brought Mr. Colin, her husband, and they both celebrated their 50th and their 53rd birthday, and they enjoyed it so much that they're going to come back again next December and do it all over again. So that's the hotel there, Joe. That's the hotel. We had a great, great time, and we understand many other people have had a great holiday in that hotel. It is a truly spectacular 5-star luxury ultra modern hotel which has a spectacular view across the blue Mediterranean Sea. Which hotel is this? Well, that's Alex on his horse Stavros, so that must mean that that is the Alexander the Great Hotel. Dayman, that hotel is waiting for you. Miss Maggie, that hotel is waiting for you. And of course some superstars more recently, the guys in charge of the Marika and Me website, if you want to go and have a look at it. Well, Sir Richard, his wonderful partner in crime, Judy Nash, and of course my little mate, who is not that little. He's as big as me, and his name is Mr. Leo. He likes a little bit of Oreo ice cream and of course a can of Coke or 2. Well, that's where they partied on down for a week, and they had a spectacular week indeed, and we had great times meeting with them. And in fact, I actually went with Richard all the way down to Limassol to look at an S-Class, but that was not the S-Class for us. But Richard, when you come back, I promise you, you're going to be happy with this one, and hopefully our partner in crime again, the one and only Sean Broad, hopefully he thinks it's quite a good one. And as it goes into the body shop, Sean, I'll take you on that journey and show you as this car goes back to, well, hopefully showroom condition. The idea is to make it as good as new. We're pretty much going to paint both sides of it, the front bumper, the back bumper, and I want to make it nigh on perfect because I'm going to run this car for the next 2 to 3 years, that's for sure. We're going to have a good rummage under the bonnet and do the wheels and all these kind of things and try and make this car as good as it can be, because it's a beautiful car to drive, and it's certainly got a place in my heart. It is now my new LeBouf. There we are. Let's let the people cross. There's nothing wrong with being courteous, is there? And you never know, if there is someone up there, someone might do something for us. Let's let these guys go as well. Always show respect to tourists and the locals alike, especially in this area, because you know people are just meandering around, gathering their thoughts and thinking, wow, look at that blue Mediterranean Sea. Because that was it, that was the Kato Paphos promenade. We now have to wiggle and waggle to the rear of it because of course wisely they have closed it, and now it is only pedestrian only. You could only go down there in a car or a delivery van first thing in the morning, 5 o'clock until 10, and you have to have a special pass as well. So that's a good thing. So now the Paphos promenade is a very safe place for you to be, whether you are a little dog or a cat or a littlie, or whether you're drunk out of your mind. It's a very safe place to be. There we go. Right, Where are we? Papa Antonio for a bearing. That's a supermarket on the left-hand side. That's the Leptos Basilica Resort on the right-hand side. This is the former Debenhams. It closed quite a few years ago back now, but on the right-hand side there, you've got Theo's kiosk on the left. You've got the April shop, which oh so sweet Lady Caroline likes when she's in town. And of course, on the front promenade, there's a shop called Miss Coolers, which is a jewellery shop, which is a place that Nigel Big Guns likes to frequent. He likes to go and have a look at the watches and that kind of thing. So, what's that there? Well, that is downtown paradise, no doubt about that. That is the harbour area. And as you can see, they're still monkeying around and putting some new cobbles in and changing one or two little bits, but it's going to be a spectacular place. And all the works are expected to be completed within the next 2 to 3 weeks. We may as well let this lady go, because as I can see, she is waiting to cross. She wants to go for a walk along the harbour and the promenade area and feast her eyes and digest on the blue Mediterranean Sea. There we go. Lots of people having fun and lots of people having some good games. I'm going to say thanks for watching. And of course, if you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe, and why not come back for that little bit more of my complete and utter insanity. What a beautiful day it is. Absolutely spectacular. Wow, look at that. Feast your eyes and digest.